Hello, my name is Alan, and this is my lab for systems programming. In this video, I will demonstrate my completed lab 4, which focuses on middleware, dependency injection, and custom response writers in Go. So to start off with, middleware here is code that runs before and after an HTTP request reaches a handler. So this is useful because it allows us to add features like logging, authentication, and much more. Standard middleware cannot read response statuses because the HTTP response writer, the interface, it does not provide a way to retrieve the status after it has been written. So once the response is sent, the status code is no longer accessible. So then to solve this, we create custom response writers that captures the code status before it's sent. So a brief walkthrough through my main here. So at the top, I have import packages like log, slog, time, and fmt. These are used for server handling, logging, and writing responses. So next is the response writer struct here. What we do is it embeds HTTP.response writer, which means it automatically supports all its methods like write and header. And it also has a status code field to store the HTTP status. I override the write header method so that when a handler sets a status code, I capture it before it passes to the read writer. This allows the middleware to know what status is sent. So next here is logging middleware. First, I record the start time using time.now. And then I wrap the original response writer inside a custom response writer and preset the status code to 200. Right there. So then I pass the wrapped writer to next.serve HTTP right here. Then after the handler finishes, I log the HTTP method, the path, the code, and then request duration. This way, every request is logged. Now we have the application struct right under here. We define it. Then it contains a pointer to a structured logger. This is an example of dependency injection. And then instead of using global variables, I store shared resources inside this struct and, and access them through the handler receiver. Yeah, this makes my code clear, easier to test, and more scalable. Now we have the handlers here. 5 handlers on the application struct. So these include health check, list books, get book, create book, and delete book. Each handler sets the correct HTTP status code, writes plain text responses, and logs a message using the injected logger. Oh, the delete handler returns status to 4. It means no content, so it doesn't really write a response body. So now for my main here, uh, create the structured logger and then inject it into the application struct. Mouse working, okay. So I log a startup message before the server starts. Then I wrap the entire router with logging middleware and start the server. Because the middleware wraps the router and every request passes to it once. Now I could test here the sorry, I tested it before. Okay, so now we run the main program. Go run main.go. You should see the server starting. Oh, no? Yeah, okay. It started. Hmm. Okay, let's do it again. Let's run it again. Okay, starting. So now what we could do is run the other handlers here on another terminal. Let's give it a second. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Let's just use curl dash I. It should be localhost like this. 4000 v1 dot health check. And then we run it. Stop. We get 200. Okay. And then middleware should log the request. Yes, it does. Health check right there. Okay, now we could continue checking for more. So this is the list books, V1 books. Then this also returns 200. Okay, as you can see, it's also here, right there. We can then get a book with this. Should return with ID 42 and 200. Okay. This also shows up right here. Everyone books 42. Now we can create a book using post curl dash I dash x dash x books right there. Book created. Then we got 201 created. Okay. Now we can delete that book using the delete here and specify books dash 42. No contents. So this returns 204, no content, and it doesn't include a body. As you can see, they are showing up here as well. Now we could test an unknown route. Curl dash I. Okay. V1 not found. So this returns 404 not found. Then in the server terminal, we can see that the middleware correctly logs the 404. So this confirms that the custom response writer, it captures the status codes even for routes handled by the router itself. So now for my GitHub repo, here's my repo, all required files, including the README, and then all files are committed to the lab for development branch here, right here. So this concludes my lab 4. Thank you for watching.